Lucas, we've talked about money, and we've talked about investment and returns and all that sort of stuff, but none of that kind of really translate into your world. Orange Sky Laundry, can you tell us about the idea, how it came about and what it is?
Absolutely, and for me, I think Orange Sky kicked off for me at the age of about 14, and I remember going to school, and part of our school program and curriculum was actually a food van that was run in the community. Volunteer on the food van and get out there and feed people who are homeless and doing it tough. And all throughout school, I really enjoyed that, and so did my best mate Nick. I left school and stopped really utilising that part of my brain, that part of my being, and wasn't really giving back. So I went into university studying mechanical engineering and commerce full time, and did that for a couple of years. It was okay at that. Then went off overseas with a girlfriend, and about 8 months later came back without one, which was kind of a good thing, I think. So I came back to Brisbane and didn't have any job, didn't have any uni, didn't have any girlfriend, and really wanted to find something to sink my teeth into and re-engage that part of my brain, my mind that was really well used throughout high school. So sitting down in a cafe one day with my best mate Nick and having a chat, and we had this really crazy idea. Like, how cool would it be, like the food vans that we used to go out on, to chuck 2 washers and 2 dryers in the back of an old van and drive around the parks and drop-in centres and just wash and dry clothes for homeless people for free. Pretty simple idea, and we both also thought that starting a charity is a good way to get a girlfriend, but it worked for me, not for Nick, unfortunately. So, and that also got rid of a few rumours about us, which is good. So anyway, so the sort of journey continued, and we thought we need some serious washing machines to chuck in the back of this van. We jumped on Google and typed in serious washing machines. First company that comes up, it's a big laundromat services company, and called them up and started talking to a salesman about thousands of dollars of leasing his equipment, and if it breaks, we're up for all this extra money. And we were funding the whole project ourselves. We didn't want to get caught up in the chaos and craziness of any other big business, so we thought, it's probably out of our price range. We'd love to catch up with like a managing director or GM or someone who could help us out. Anyway, the sales guy was like, we're based in Brisbane, our head office is here, it's a family business, and sort of all the ducks lined up for us. We teed up a meeting for this time in 2 weeks' time. So walked into this meeting of this massive company, shorts and t-shirt and thongs. They're serious about laundry, multi-million-dollar company, and we told them our dream. We want to build a free mobile laundry service for people who are homeless. Do you have any machines we can chuck in the back of our old van? They thought we're absolutely crazy, and rightly so. These 2 idiots walking in and telling them this crazy dream, but I suppose their 2 questions was that it wouldn't actually work technically, and people won't use it. So through some convincing and pleading and probably begging in the next few hours, they agreed to give us a couple of machines and test it out. So we finally had a working prototype, and all of a sudden people could see it, people could touch it, people could feel it. We chucked a few photos on Facebook of us building the van and being idiots, and me and thongs painting and cutting things. Someone on our Facebook page took the photos off and put it on the site Reddit. And all of a sudden we had this dodgy site that we built with sort of crayons and Microsoft Word and clip art. This dodgy website, and all of a sudden there were people going to our website and donating and seeing what we're doing. We're trending on the front page of Reddit, and I remember waking up the next morning, what the hell happened last night? We've got 3,000 emails of 2,500 donations from 24 countries around the world. We didn't even have a bank account yet. It was all going through PayPal, which you can do for 30 days. Without a bank account, which was kind of cool. And all of a sudden we had this massive community of people believing in us and saying, what you guys are doing, and believing that story of 2 dodgy blokes in Brisbane washing and drying clothes for free. And that really set the platform, set the balls in motion for us to grow to where we are today. So today we've got 11 laundry vans around Australia, staffed by 800 volunteers who wash and dry about 7 tonnes of free laundry every single week. What that translates to, and what we talk about the impact of our service, is actually not in the washing and drying of clothes. through those conversations that take place. To chuck washing in the machine and it takes about an hour to wash and dry clothes, awesome opportunity to just sit down, have a chat. People who are living on the streets are ignored and downtrodden and all these things. And by providing a really compassionate, non-judgmental, empathetic environment and to just have a chat, we found has a really big impact. So those 7 tonnes of laundry translates to about 1,200 hours of those conversations. And through the success of the laundry, we've launched a couple of shower vents with 2 showers in it so people can have a shower and do some washing at the same time. So it started with that crazy idea, and that's where it is today. In the next 4 to 5 years, we want to have multiple hundreds of services around Australia, be that in metro cities, be that in regional centres, be that in Indigenous communities. We want to be assisting people all around with what we think is a basic human right of clean clothes and conversation.
Lucas, you touched on it just briefly, but the importance of just asking the question. Some people call it the sliding doors moment, but just going out and asking people when there's not much downside, is there?
Absolutely not. And for us, and what we've learned through that process is that the people will buy into that story. And for us, it's starting off. It's 2 idiots, 2 crazy blokes from Brizzy who believe in this idea, and it just takes one yes. We had hundreds and hundreds of people saying, "You guys are idiots. It's not going to work. People won't use it. Machines won't work." LG in Korea said, "Washing machines that we manufacture and we're giving you will never ever work in the back of a van." And so after I skipped this part of the story, but I'll chuck it in. We picked up those machines and fitted out our first van, and after the excitement of the Reddit post and all this stuff, we took the van out and we found some homeless friends and said, "Guys, do you want to wash your clothes? Well, you get your stuff ready, we'll go fire up the machines." It had a generator at this point, so we turned it on and flicked the switch of the generator, the black plume of diesel smoke comes out. What was that? I'll admit we weren't too experienced with washing machines at this point, but it did sound pretty weird. Straight on the phone to the tech, "Mate, what does this TE error mean?" "Critical error, you have to bring it in." Brought it in, and so I can't change it without the sign off from the MD. I said, "Okay." Call Carolyn. "Hey Carolyn, what are the odds of getting a couple more machines?" To which she agreed, and for whatever reason again. And it was that trust that we were building, and we took the machines out, refitted them. A couple of weeks later, of some success building those relationships, the exact same thing happened. Turned it on, big bang. And we were like, this is going to be pretty awkward. So I actually gave the phone to Nick, and I said, "Nick, you're in charge of this phone call, mate." And he called up Carol and said, "Carol, Orange Sky's going really, really well. We're starting to take things a little bit more seriously now. We're forming a not-for-profit, and to do that, you need to form a board of directors. Would absolutely love for you to be on the board." and Carol said, "Oh, I'd be absolutely honoured. I've been thinking about Orange Sky a lot. I think I can provide some really awesome skills." He said, "Great, what are the odds of 2 more machines?" So for her to, she can't have seats then, which is a good thing, but those machines now, I suppose, putting up in some would call it arrogance, but we like to call it perseverance, of saying that machines will work, we can find a way. All it was instead of shipping bolts in the back of machines, it was a $25 plastic clamp from Bunnings, and that allowed us to secure these drums, not to be spending thousands of dollars on repairs every week. And I think pushing through those no's and pushing through, as Steve likes to say, old people will say no to you. You just need to sort of keep going and be a bit confident with that approach. And for us, it's really relevant to kick off.
Can I pick up there? Because I've got a couple of things that I want to really hone in on, is the fact that when you go and you talk about your startup, your business, what problem you're going to solve, they're always going to say, "Oh, that's not going to work." No. Don't listen to them. Do it anyway. Good. He proved it's wrong. I've proved it's wrong twice. Telstra was going to kill us 15 times over. Never actually happened. And there's probably equivalent story. Music industry were going to sue him into oblivion. That never happened either. And in essence, I suppose, a company trying to be a music company bought him. So guess what? Just ignore the cynics. Do it. Have fun.